And of course, sitting next is Tokpe Adeboboy. Tokpe was the Abuja City Gate. It was a show to behold. And the First Lady particularly singled you out for commendation and praises. Yesterday we heard you saying that you were going to add to that, also because it was also at the prompting of what the First Lady said at that commission. But wrap it all, how do you feel that special occasion and the commendations, outpouring of encomiums on you by the First Lady?
Well, it's like saying that you went to school and you came out with flying colors and your mom said thumbs up. So I'm very happy with you, and obviously you'll be elated. That also motivates you to work harder, not to relent on the achievement you have made. First Lady's commendation was a motivation to all of us as far as FCT is concerned. Like you said, that city gate was icing the cake. It was something that we took very, very interesting. Remember, like I said before, it was not our initiative. It was the initiative of the First Lady. And come to think about it, nobody gave a thought. How do you know this is just a city gate? You never occurred to us that, look, if you're entering a city, there should be some kind of sign, not just what you call a signpost, something that will attract you to know that indeed I'm going to a city. Indeed, this is what you expect to see in that city. So it was later that when that assignment was done, that we now appreciated it, that look, this was something that we should commend. So when she invited us yesterday to give us that commendation, we thought that we should be the ones that will honor her for initiating that process. But by and large, when she said that, I realized that after that commissioning, if you pass there in the night, you will see the number of Nigerians. We have film shooters there now. We have people who go and take pictures, lovers, would-be lovers, all kinds of. But you see, it shows that Nigerians don't demand much. These are things that could take people out from their houses and go and relax and unwind and think about other things, you know. So yesterday when we left her, it occurred to me that as we were coming to my official residence, there's this roundabout there, which so beautiful. I found that it was supposed to be a recreation center that had been abandoned for years. So yesterday I got there, it was amazing. Amazing to the point that it has where you can play sporting activities, all kinds of things. But look at the natural rocks there. And I said, okay, look, what we are going to do, we know that it was when I constructed that. But let's see whether we can have 3 designs by inviting 3 major companies to give us different designs that we'll be able to choose one. If we're able to achieve that, that takes care of those who are living within the life camp by putting those sporting activities there too, and even put the restaurant there, and you will see that it gives the city a different look. That's what it's supposed to be. You go to a city, you don't see anything attractive. You just, in fact, where is this park? The Millennium Park. It's empty, totally empty. There's nothing that is attractive. I was there one time. I said, what kind of park is this? Just people just come like that, carry that phone, put here, just. So these are details that make people not to stay in their cities. So we feel that she has challenged us, and that challenge is worthy of it. So we're happy, but that has now spurred us to work more.
Is that to say that the Millennium Park too is going to get some attention from
Maybe
you?
not, so that you don't commit me.
You already wrote it up. There is nothing there's nothing attractive there.
But again, you ask me what time do I have? I don't like to do something that you will abandon.
Okay.
I think I can finish the one of the life camp.
Okay.
Because the terror ends in May 2029. So I prefer to do something that I know I can finish and go, and not something that you just start and nobody will give attention. That place was given out in 2026, 15 years ago, to people who had said that they want to turn it to recreation center. And one day I had to pass through that place and say, look, shanties are coming up, people are selling food. So that is the kind of work I said, no, this is not what we mean by recreation center. So I looked at the document and said, what happened? How could this be given for the past 15 years and nothing has happened? So I had to revoke it. Now when I did revoke it, all kinds of calls came. Oh, look, they wanted to do this, they didn't want to do that. I said, listen, we can't continue this way. Which part of the world will have this kind of a place and will abandon it that way? This is an attack. This is where you can build up things and people would like to be coming to that place. Of course, argument came and this. I said, okay, what we're going to do now, we're going to enter the new memorandum of understanding that you will immediately start the construction of this so that parks, football, sporting activities, the restaurants, even where they also agreed to use the water, put a restaurant in the water, lighting, and so we said, look, we'll take this period. If you don't finish this, we'll take back our land. Of course, in this country, propaganda, and it's fake news. And this is part of the problem we have with social media. The next thing you heard, somebody has gone, started crying on television. Oh, this is where I've been praying to God. This is where this has happened. Now minister has come, has taken the land, has grabbed the land. All kinds of things. Of course, for somebody like me, I don't even care. I won't even list. Because if we continue this way, we can't get development. We hear all kinds of things. And I hear one of these so-called, you call them activists, what do you call them? When they go collect money for people.
Commissioning, and celebrations for the work you've done. In that fate, I want to ask, of all the projects that you commissioned, that was commissioned, which of them is something you hold dearest? And if you could tell us why.
I think Benga has answered one.
The city gate.
Yeah.
And then the next one that's so important has to do with the water that was provided through the satellite town. The essence of water, the importance of water. And so for me, these are two key projects that I take to heart. That particularly, for example, the water, you get to the poor people, they have access to water. The Trade Center, you see where youths will gather, unwind. So you see, these are the things that touch society that you will not look, I am happy. If you see the comments of the youth when they get to that city gate, it's something they have been yearning for. These are the kind of things that we will want to. Every time we watch television, we watch social media, we see what's happening all over the world. So this thing can be put in our place. It's not a rocket science. It's something that if you are committed to do, you will do it. And we have done it. So the happiness of the youth, for me, is key. It's key. And that the poor people can access water in the rural areas. I think what has happened that they are doing some repair with the Usman dam, yes, which it don't take maybe 1 week that will sort it out.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I just entered the restaurant. Before I know it, over 50 people. I didn't know what to do again. This person will come, will shake you, will come, will shake you. Of course, it is not safe. Don't take that to be, oh, people like you. So, I told the restaurant, look, I will come back. At that point, I was no longer
at ease.
Immediately I came out, I saw some miscreants waiting for me to give them
Entitlement.
So these are the kind of things you have to be very, very careful. I went to the city gate at the other day, sat down, few people were there. Before I knew it, people started trooping. I said, hey, let's take off. It's not as if you're not happy to be there, but you also, in as much as, see, don't play to the gallery, be very, very careful. And it's not good to go to a place with that kind of security. Yeah. Because the whole aim would be defeated. Yeah. So I can assure you, yes, from time to time, I walk in, but I won't tell you it will be so day or it will be so time. No, I will not do that one. So that one will be safe too. Not safe that there will be people who will come and shoot you, but you know, people can rush. Just people want to take pictures with you, all kinds of things. So you have to be very, very careful. Happiness should not make you to lose your.
Maybe you should engage the services of a costumier to disguise when you are going on such pieces.
There's no way I can disguise. In fact, I'm surprised that there's no way I go to that people will not call my name.
Oh, it's impossible. Honorable Minister, so let's. I can see that the infrastructure at the Apo Mechanic Village has been put in there. So the question really is, where's their final relocation going to be, and when is that going to happen?
Yes, that's what we're working on. It's not been easy. You know, when you have divisions, associations, where are the days, where that, and again, the recommendation made by the committee is not very. I'm not very comfortable with it. But if we begin to give you CFO, it means it becomes your property, and government may not have control. So that way they are saying, oh, give us a CFO and this. And we are saying, look, it's not better to have a memorandum of understanding that government has given us this place for you to trade and this, so that the government will also have some sort of control over it. But we believe that before the end of the year, we would have sorted out the whole of the issues. Already the infrastructure has been provided, so that's where we are.
Christian, you already have your turn. You have his turn.
I just wanted to do a follow-up so that we don't go back and forth.
It's okay.
You talked about the beautification of the FCT, which is very good, commendable. How about the abandoned Millennium Tower? Have you thought of it?
Very much.
That is just one, sir.
Okay.
The second one is that with the massive road infrastructures that you're doing, I don't know if you've recalled October 1st, 2006, one of the ministers then, El Rufai, banned the use of motorcycles called Okada in the city. Yeah. You have even acknowledged that they've constituted a nuisance, security challenges and the rest. Keke Napep have joined too. On the streets, major streets of Abuja, it has become a car park range or a car range and the rest. What are you doing to checkmate the nuisance that they've constituted in the city?
Let me tell you the Millennium Park first. All right. I came on board. I visited that Millennium Park. Very wonderful edifice. It's started on that grand parking that will take over 2,000 cars. The restaurant will be at the last floor, up to about 300 floors. Beautiful. That project was awarded under the Obasanjo's administration to a company called Salini, Italian company.
Salini, yeah.
I tried to sit down with them because it's the national budget. It cannot be FCT statutory budget. The cost is about 400-something billion. And I even if I have such money, I can't put the whole of that money in one project. So it must be a project that the federal government has to come and say, look, we have to take this project as a national
monument.
If not, there's nothing FCT can do. And moreover, if you don't complete it, no matter the forest, you know, as the years go by, variations will come in because of the inflation.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if they spend more than 400-something billion, where will FCT get that kind of money? And so if previous government, like under Ambassador, you see, this is the kind of problem where we're having. Government will don't plan. We'll just come up, it's good to have a millennium, fine. But what is their plan? You can imagine, I think to either 2004, 2005, 23 years, one project, national project, cannot be completed. It's the same thing here in terms of roads. We have project roads were awarded 2010. 16 good years. We are talking about this application that we are trying to commission. 2010. So it is a problem for us in government. You see, awarding contract is easy, but cash backing it is another thing. And that's why we are so. And that's why I said, no matter how attractive it may look, I'm not tempted to award contract for the sake of awarding a contract. I will award a contract that I know it can be cash backed. So it doesn't matter how many contracts I have awarded. What people look at is how many have you finished? Because at the end of the day, when you award all these contracts, it becomes a problem. It becomes a problem. People begin to look at how they've scattered the whole place, destroyed the entire place, award contract that will not be completed. It becomes an eyesore. And then variations will of course come. So projects are supposed to cost like 10 billion. At the end of the day, you end up spending 100-something billion, which does not make sense. So these are the issues we're having. You talk about the KKNAPEP and this, as people you know, just this morning, I signed the approval with we had a Security Council meeting, and where we have agreed, not just causing a nuisance, but for issue of security, it has become a threat. From our security reports, bandits they don't act without using motorcycles.
Oh yeah.
So it's a problem. And so I've told the security to map out areas where we do not need the KKNAPEP and the motorcycle. But it will be difficult for you to ban them in the entire Abuja. Particularly, it is necessary within the city not to allow KKNAPEP and the Okada. So they are working that out. I just made an approval this morning to release some logistics. Even the destitute beggars all over the places. And each time we take them out, they come in again. Each time you take them out, they come in again. And people say, oh, why not provide where they will be staying in future? How will we continue to be doing that? It means you are encouraging people to leave from Kogi. You are encouraging them to leave from Nasarawa. You are encouraging them to leave from Niger. You are encouraging them to leave from Kaduna. How can you fund that? It is not possible. So we try to take them back to where they are coming from. In the next 1 month, you see them coming back. I know Abuja is the center, bounded by 4 states. So it's a big problem, but we'll do the best we can.
All right.
Talk quickly.
Okay. Thank you, Honourable Minister. In the last media chat of July, you spoke about the original designers of the Abuja Master Plan coming around in July, that you were going to hold talks with them. Did those talks, did they hold? And if yes, what are the changes that Abuja residents could expect
Okay,
in the near future?
I was to lead that delegation. Fortunately, I didn't go, but it was led by the executive and secretary of CD. They just came back. They just came back from Tokyo, and they have not made their report. But be assured, yes, the discussion has been held between us and Tokyo. They just came. Today's what? Today's Tuesday. Came back on Friday last week. So I believe that before the end of the week, they would have submitted their report.
All right, Honorable Minister, we would like to spice things up a little bit by taking some topical issues. You know, when we say topical issues, they are largely political. We'll come back to FCT issues because even right now, viewers are interacting with us, particularly residents of Abuja who have questions for you on certain things. So we'll come back to that. But let's spice things up a little bit with politics. Felicity, we would like to start.
I know you probably have seen this interview, courtesy of Arise, the interview with Cardinal Onaikon.
Okay.
His comments and the reaction from the presidential team. They talked about the economy and how things are not as the president feels it is, and then there's been a response. I'd like your thoughts on that. I'm sure a lot of Nigerians want to know that. And I also would like you to talk on the statement that he referenced, that the president said in politics all is fair, made by the president, and like I said, it shouldn't always be like that. So your reaction?
What do you mean? You say that all is fair? I don't understand. What do you mean by all is
Well, the president said all is fair in politics. Said in politics all is
So
fair.
we are not going to pamper anybody.
For him to say all is fair, there must be a statement made.
Oh yeah, before.
Yes,
But
he was
you couldn't have
talking
said the
about, he was
politics-
saying that this government seems to want to win the elections.
Oh, okay. I
by-
understand. I
yeah,
understand what it is, all
yes,
is
that's
fair.
the context.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, you see, I have always said this, particularly to religious leaders and our elder statesmen. I'm not against comments about government. Because if comments are not made about government, government may not be able to know areas where they should concentrate or focus. Therefore, government is available to receive comments. But when comments made by particular section consistently, government becomes, or not even government, even individuals become very careful. If you're a religious leader and it is perceived or seen you are taking a side which is very clear, it becomes difficult for people to begin to see those comments as being helpful or real. I am aware of the position of Cardinal Onaikon. All of us know it's not hidden.
His position, how?
Who he supports, everybody knows that.
Is it really
I don't
about
know.
who he supports?
No,
Sir?
that's why I say. You don't every time say things are bad. Nobody has heard you say one day, government have done this well. I cannot see, the point I'm trying to make is that as a leader, command government when government have done well on some areas. Criticize government. Now look, yes, you have done this well. But we tend that you should look into these other areas. But if their comments are every time nothing positive, the government must worry about you. Government will begin to think that you are merely criticizing because you are opposed to the government.
No, but these are.
You see that statement that he made?
Who are not partisan.
Don't tell me.
Politics.
No, please don't tell me that. Not partisan. Don't tell me that. You know what happened in 2023 election? People took side. Religious leaders took side. It was very open.
Honorable Minister.
I'd be stupid to sit here for anybody to tell me this person is impartial. No. We know ourselves in this country. We know who belongs to where.
But what's their stake, sir? Because someone will be curious to know. If you say they are partisan, what do they
Who did they support 2023? It was very obvious. They made it clear.
Well, Honorable Minister,
but what I'm saying, there's nothing wrong in that. But the point I'm saying that you cannot be seen consistently in holding just one view about the government.
Let me create
That's the point I'm trying to make.
Let me make some context as to why this became an issue, because it's not just Cardinal Onaikon that was upset. A lot of people were upset about that statement, and the reason they were upset was because the statement "all is fair in politics" connotes the fact that anything can happen. So that's why the president criticism. That's why the president got criticized for that.
You see, first of all, people have accused the government of trying to intimidate, of trying to weaken the opposition. People have accused the ruling party of trying to see that the opposition does not exist. Right? I think my thinking is where in politics all is my thinking. Now, what does the president mean by that? In politics, it is not my duty to strengthen my opponent.
Okay.
In politics, I want to preside over, we are struggling for power. And I see that my opponent has some weaknesses or loopholes. It's not for me to go and help them to be strong. If I have anything to make them weaker, yes. Now take for example, you see what happened to PDP. PDP ought to be the most formidable opposition party, right? Now, because of selfish interests and people who don't understand that you need to share your personal interests and work for the party to be stronger, to be able to challenge the ruling party. Now, the party had crisis. And that crisis had weakened the party. Going to court today, tomorrow, and the rest. Now, some people have gone to ADC. And in going to ADC, they refuse to put, a conclusion that, look, what are the things that we think that will make our party to have crisis? So we'll be able to stop it now. But when the ruling party finds out that you have that kind of loopholes, what will be their prayer? Their prayer will be, may you not resolve the crisis. May you not resolve the crisis. Take for example, in 2017, PDP had a problem. We saw that the ruling party APC then had wanted to destroy PDP by imposing a party chairman on us. We saw it clearly. People like us came out to say, no, we will not accept this. We are going to fight it. Now, why am I telling you this? We went to the Federal High Court and we won. The DGSSS locked the office. We said, look, we have won. Allow us to use it. He said, no, that there's an appeal. This is a security agency. That there's an appeal. We said, what does that concern you? Does an appeal mean that we won't enter off? If he said, no, that there's an appeal. Now, the other people won in appeal. When I appealed to Supreme Court, he went and opened the office. When I said, but we were an appeal, he said, oh, it doesn't matter. Now, we know the interest of the ruling party in government, that their interest is to weaken us. In their interest to give us the national chairman that will make the party not to go front. What I'm trying to say is for you to, when you understand this, you now put yourself together. When we now fought the matter till we won the Supreme Court, Now, nobody left the party. That's the point I'm trying to make. The party was strong. And that was why people, like Atiku Abubakar and them, had to come to the party, knowing that the party is now strong, to be able to challenge the ruling party. That was why he was able to contest in 2019 and contest under the party 2023. That he even made some kind of headway. Now, if we did not do that to make the party to be strong then, it would have been difficult for us to challenge the ruling party. Remember in 2023, it was difficult to believe that the president would have won. You know that. Why? There was a strong, formidable opposition party. So there was. But now, everything appears to have fallen apart.
Yeah. And the Catholic bishops were specific in some areas.
Yes.
For instance, they accused INEC
Yes.
of being biased.
Okay, this is,
And then the president said, no, INEC is not biased.
Okay.
Don't you think the president put himself on the spot by defending INEC?
No. We'll do. Okay, yes.
Okay, he also raised a particular concern that, he believes that the people around the president do not give him a true picture of the reality in the country. And you are also one of those politicians close to the president. Is it true that people like you who are close to the president do not really tell the president the true situation of things?
Can I tell you the truth? That is not a first-hand statement. When you're not in power, you accuse those around in power not to tell the man in power that you are not telling him the correct thing. So that for me, it's a statement you make. Everybody does that.
Yeah.
You always accuse that, things are because these people don't tell the president the truth. They always will dare to get whatever they will get. That is the general accusation.
Yeah. But the president defended INEC.
Which I'm correct. Which is not correct. Now when you say, how did he defend INEC? You came here, okay, what is the fact? What is the fact to say INEC had the Catholic come to the conclusion that INEC is biased? What are your facts? What happened for you to prove? Now, if you have taken that kind of position, it's delicate. It's delicate because no one. That association is a strong association. You must be very, very careful. Now, when you come to the public and make that kind of accusation that the electoral umpire is biased, you must have your facts. This is why we say they are biased. Look at this. Look at this. But if you don't come to the general, INEC is biased. You are sending a signal to the public. Because people say, for the whole Catholic bishops to say INEC is biased, then something is wrong. And we must be very careful about it. And that's what no, you can't say they are biased. So what is wrong? Is it because president say, okay, if I say INEC is not biased, it's good. If president say INEC is not biased, that's a mistake because he's president. He has no view again. He doesn't have a view. To tell you why we should be careful in politics. That's why we were saying that associations like that, bodies like that, have to be very, very careful. When once that statement was made, what happened? People like Atiku Abubakar picked it up. So, you cannot say this about a Catholic. No. The point I'm making is that having made that statement, it does appear you have now done the work for the opposition party. And that's why people like Atiku came up to say you cannot talk to them that you have to be very careful. And nobody's sitting. If you come to me now as a minister, right, and you make that kind of general assertion, for Christ's sake, I have to say yes or no. Because you don't come to tell me Joseph is biased. What are the facts?
Well,
I have told people here, let me tell you, I have told people here to be very careful. To be very careful. Take, for example, what's going on. Most of us don't know the matters in court. We don't know. We are not lawyers to each of the side. We don't know what has been presented. When a party loses, the party carries propaganda without telling the public the truth of the matter, what their matter is or was, as the case may be. Then you have the impression, oh, the judiciary have been used. And we must try to be very, very careful about that.
So
I want to be careful about
from
it.
the presidential meeting.
Honorable Minister,
Yes.
like one of the founding fathers
Yes.
of the party, you are now the
Yes.
overall leader,
Yes.
you know, alphanumerical, I would say.
Yes.
Chief Bode George
Yes.
has times without number
Yes.
accused
Yes.
Nyesom Wike
Yes.
of using the judiciary.
Yes, sir.
That you even hosted the chief judge
Yes.
of the Federal High Court.
Yes.
And
And
you
when he
know,
was asking that they don't have this, they don't have that. When he was asking that they don't have houses, they don't have this.
and the question is it the duties? First, you're going to respond to Chief Bode George calling
Let me
the
ask
PDP people.
you have already said it.
Yeah.
I watched it on Arise.
Yes.
Okay, let me.
I just want to add one more leg to
Okay.
it. And is it in the position of the FCT to provide accommodation for federal judges?
Okay. I'm coming. Now, let me just start with the other one.
Very well.
You say Bode George is one of the founding fathers. He founded something he could not maintain in Lagos. A founding father of PDP since 1999. Since 1999, a founding father. He answered that, I'm founding father. We are the conscience of the party. What conscience does he have that since 1999 till now, PDP has never won one seat in anything? You answer founding father using the successes of other people in other states. I say elders should be careful the way you make statement, because in our tradition we don't talk to elders in here, but in politics there's nothing like that.
So
We are talking about
politics is
struggle for
fair.
power. So
No,
anything
all
you
is
say,
fair in politics.
no. What I'm trying to say is that in our tradition, there are things when an elder speaks, you don't I will reply. In politics, because it's a struggle for power, I won't just allow you to say anything you want to say simply because you're an elder. You will get it back because I don't want you to preside over it. Now let me tell you about Bode. Bode are forgotten. This is how they accuse judiciary every time judiciary. When Bode was charged for corruption in Lagos State High Court, the day of the judgment, Bode showed the uniform for his people. They were dancing. How would you have gone to sew uniform if you didn't know the outcome of the judgment?
So you still have that.
I'm coming. Now, unfortunately for him, he got there and he was convicted. Now, let me tell you what that means, what that shows. And this is impression. If that judgment had gone in favor to him, he would have said the judge was paid. Because probably, through one contact or the other, may have told him, look, everything has been sealed. Money has been given. They went and sold uniform. Babariga, white, this. I've never seen such a thing. So when he was not convicted, it dawned on him. The judge never collected any bribe. That is the kind of, why I'm trying to say this. This is how we do our things every time. Judges corruption. If that judge and that judgment has gone his way, he would have gone with the impression that the money he gave to somebody to give to the judge, that the judge collected the money. Now, it is unfair for him to make that the chief judge of Federal High Court came to see me and was demanding. It is very, very unfair. If Bode could produce the video of that visit, where the chief judge was requesting for accommodation, was requesting for vehicles. It's very unfortunate. That's why I say, that's such a position you occupy. You don't need to make certain statements that you cannot defend. And because at that level, what would you say again that people would take? This is the same man who said, if the president wins, you go on exile. Up to today, you have not gone on exile. You see, look at the state, look at your level. If you win, I will go on exile. People should take you by your words. Up till now, he has not gone on exile. Now, you say, if it is our duty, let me tell you, all public buildings in FCT are built by the FCDA. All public buildings. FCT is not a state. All public buildings are built by FCDA. Now, if the president, in his wisdom, said to FCT, look, I've heard about shortage of accommodation. We have to intervene. Not the one coming from the NJC. Do you understand? Not the one coming from the NJC. We have to intervene by providing accommodations and the rest of it. What has that got to do with us? What has that got to do? In any case, as a governor of a state, I built houses and gave them CFO to take those houses as their own houses. Right?
What federal and state judges?
Yes, in Port Harcourt, I built for Krovapi, I built for Industrial Court, I built for Federal High Court.
Yeah, the argument is that blurs the line that should ordinarily be there between the three arms of government to maintain their independence.
That is not correct. You see, that is the problem you have now. Assuming, for example, if you say so, and there's a problem about contracts, execution, who will preside over it? But that's not even the point. What has that to do with intervention? But the point I'm making, having done that,
see you as your benefactor.
No, let me,
may not make them fair.
Well, let me tell you now, as I left River State, all these crises that came up, is there anyone that they gave judgment in my favor in River State? Not one. What do we have to think that you do something, pop, so that, is it your personal? Look, even that one is personal. This one is not even personal. The one in River State was given and CFO, take. This was built and allocated to Federal High Court, to Court of Appeal.
So it's a public building?
It's a public building.
Let's talk about something that's in your favor now. You know, INEC published a list of candidates, and we're seeing the names of some of the candidates aligned with the Wike-backed PDP now on the INEC portal. But you know, the Turaki faction, they're still they're not backing down. Honorable Minister,
I have said
they're not backing down. They are still promoting their presidential candidates.
I have said before, part of our problem is you.
Him?
What I mean you.
Him.
What I mean you. Okay, let me tell you.
Why is the media always a whipping boy?
No, let me tell you.
Yeah.
You see, you work according to rule of law. You don't work on based on what I say, what I think. It's not about what I think. What as it is now, what does the law allow? You know, this matter has gone to court, has gone to Supreme Court. Right? And then let's look. From Federal High Court to Court of Appeal to Supreme Court, this is the judgment. Therefore, we are bound by this. The Amara Convention you did in Ibadan was nullified down to Supreme Court. Now, you went to the Federal High Court in Ibadan again to say that the Federal High Court should accept their own people as the true officers of the party. You went to Federal High Court in Ibadan. Federal High Court said, no, we cannot do that. The convention you heard had been set aside, is nullified. You cannot. I hold that these people who are the what do you call it, the caretaker committee, should be presented before the convention is held. Convention was held in Abuja here. Officers were elected. INEC was there. Do you understand me? You again went to a Court of Appeal. Appeal against that same judgment, you went to Federal High Court. You lost again. Now, you came back to say, oh, the court said there was no officers of the party. Therefore, we as conscience of the party, we have set up caretaker committee. Who is the caretaker committee to set up? The same people who went to court that they should be the president, they should be the officers of the party. He said it's striking. And they said, I have not pointed to that. This is what to know the court has said. You went to court recently. Another federal high court, you went. Say, look, compel INEC now to take our people. The court said, look, that's an end to litigation. Enough is enough. You cannot be putting those people. Look at this Supreme Court has done this. What do you want? Therefore, you will pay fine. You will pay fine. You will pay fine. Your lawyers who fight this matter, they also have to pay fine. To be as a deterrent. You cannot be coming to court every time because there's court. There must be end to litigation. Now, I have said it for long ago that I will be vindicated. It's a matter of being patient. And today it has been now. What am I saying today? You are the cause of it.
My use of the word faction.
Yes, no. Every time I watch news, in fact, sometimes I don't watch the news again.
But they are still members of the PDP.
No, first of all, they are not. First of all, we said they have been arrested, but that's not the issue. The issue is why every time Wike backed?
With Wike-backed faction.
Why every time when you heard the Supreme Court had made a pronouncement, the court had made every time Wike backed, you are the one causing the confusion.
Well,
as it is today.
Is that factual? You are with these people.
What? No.
You are a member of the PDP.
No.
You are the national leader of the party.
The point I'm saying, when you say backed, it means that you are not recognizing anyone. That's what you're saying.
Who is the leader of the PDP?
Oh, I'm the national leader.
That is it.
But when you don't say backed, what did you say? What did you say?
It's a matter of
No. When you say backed, you are saying that there's another one that's backed by the other person.
That is not backed by you.
So it is that's not like we have only one PDP.
Sorry.
And that PDP is led by Abdurrahman.
Honorable Minister, well, we
have just 2 minutes before we take a quick
I want
break.
to tell you something about
The publication of
no,
names.
what's the name? Where is this man from Lagos? Bodejo.
Oh God.
You know,
I thought we had gone past this.
I have said people should be careful. When you talk about corruption, ask him. The house is living in my time. It's not even state government money.
Really?
Oh yes.
You can prove that?
Oh, let him come.
But how come from Lagos to Rivers?
You don't. You see, that's why I say you don't sit one place, start throwing judiciary something that is not correct. Each time you lose a case, you call judiciary corruption. Meanwhile, people like you are the fathers of corruption. People like you, each time you talk about a matter going to court, judiciary is corrupt. This judiciary is corrupt.
Can you throw light on this?
Until when you win, that's only when judiciary is not corrupt. But the moment
You need to, sir, you need to explain the issue of body judge at the house.
I have told you, I've made a statement. Let him come out to say, let you come and prove it.
No, let's be clear now, so that the Nigerian people can understand what you mean.
Was the house leased or give it to him?
Listen, I have said so. Whatever you want, he has had it.
Okay.
I said so. You know, when you say corruption.
No, but the judiciary itself, from as somebody who knows the law yourself, the judiciary, have they held the candle in terms of standing up for themselves? Because they keep giving judgments that sometimes seems conflicting.
Oh, so that is a game. We are all human. First of all, you see, we talk as if when a doctor is treating people, doctors make a mistake. Now the fact that there are conflicting judgment does not mean they collected money. Remember, I can tell you, okay, let me tell you what happened. I read one judgment, and we did not want to read entirely about the annual guideline, that was set aside by the Federal High Court. And then the Court of Appeal said, no, INEC was right. Now, there are so many litigation about that guideline. Now, the Senate party also went to court. And the matter was the Court of Appeal, the same Court of Appeal. So if you don't read well, you say there's conflict of judgment. So, that judgment of Zenith Bank, if you don't, does as it says, no, INEC was wrong. Rather, what that judgment said was part of his look. INEC was right, but if this area of where you provide all the particulars, that it conflicts with the person's right. Do you understand me? Now, that does not to me is a conflict of judgment. I know. So sometimes we don't even read all we have seen on the headline, and then we don't go back to see that, read the judgment, or give it to our lawyers, analyze it, and come up. But what was talking about, Supreme Court has said internal affairs of the party, internal affairs go according to the laws. We're not interested in who becomes your leader. All we're interested is if you're in violation of your constitution, if you're in violation of the Electoral Act, if you're in violation of the extant laws of the country, we cannot shut our eyes and say it's internal affairs of the party.
All right. Honorable Minister.
So anything that happens now, you see, laymen like, Borejan was a military. I agree. This is not military.
All right.
This is politics.
Okay.
And so you must know that it's not military.
Okay, sir. We need to go on a quick break to allow the stations to discharge some obligations. We'll go on a quick break for about 2 minutes, and when we come back, we'll just round up quickly on politics and then come back to FCT issues, because like I said, we're getting a lot of questions from members of residents of the city on some areas that affect them. So that will be after we come back from this break. All right, so welcome back from that break. If you're just joining us, it's Ministerial Chat featuring the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, His Excellency. Yes. All right, so welcome back from that break. If you're just joining us, it's Ministerial Chat featuring the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, His Excellency, Nyesom Wike. Just 1 hour gone by, and we are closing home now. Tope, it's your turn to ask the next question.
Honorable Minister, with your predecessor and your good friend Rotimi Amechi as the vice presidential candidate of ADC in your state.
Vice what?
Presidential candidate of the
running
ADC.
mate.
Okay.
The running of the ADC in your state.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And he's also a formidable, political gladiator from your state.
This is what?
A formidable
opponent.
Former governor, former speaker.
Where did you get the assessment from?
Oh, okay. My question is, how does that make you feel? How is that going to? Do you think that might affect the Rainbow Coalition? That's one leg. The other is you are the national leader of the PDP.
Yes.
You are supporting Mr. President.
Yes.
How do you intend sharing that support?
Okay.
Between President Tinubu and Sandy Ono.
Okay.
And then
It's okay.
Would it be fair to say?
doesn't that
2 questions.
is still part of the second question?
Yeah.
Wouldn't people see that as a kind of political polygamy?
Okay, I've never heard of that political program. Now, let me start from the first one about the Amechi being the running mate to Atiku. Sometimes, you see, let me tell you, And I've come to know that indeed it will be difficult for Atiku to be president. In all the calculations or the calculation he makes, if you are choosing a vice presidential candidate, a running mate, I'm sure the only factor that has made him to choose a mate, I'm sure, may be financial. Maybe financial. If it's in terms of bringing vote to support him, it's dead on arrival.
A governor, former minister.
Please, hold on.
He has a...
Hold on. I was Minister of State. He was governor. He couldn't put a governor. Yes. I defeated him very well. He has never won elections since after 2011 when I was the DG of the campaign. Never. He was the DG of Buhari in 2015. Buhari, he was governor. Buhari did not get 25%. He was the DG in 2019 when he was Minister Super A. Buhari did not get 25%. He supported Atiku in 2023. Atiku did not get 15%. Now, let me tell you, where is he an asset? To Rivers State and South South. The mere fact that you're a former governor makes you an asset. You must be a former governor that still have the following, the followers. You must say, what are you a minister? What do you bring on table to the people of your state? What did you bring? As a minister, what did your government then do that you can say that impacted life of Rivers people? You must say so. So it's not about, I was a former this, I was a former that. Now let me tell you, in the South, which state will it have impact? Remember, and that's why we say, the way we are, Nigerians will forget. This was the same man just 1 month ago who said the ADC primary is now irregularity, corruption. How can we talk about removing a government that we are saying that rig election and then we are rigging an election? The same man that is benefiting from the corruption, from irregularities of the same system. And we don't talk, and that's one thing. When you anytime you see, when we also you buy in, so that becomes an asset. A man who said this, that this thing is corrupt, that there's irregularities, it didn't go well. The same time now, you have accepted to be part of that irregularity. 2, when Jonathan was president, from the South Side, wanted to run for second term, Amechi came out on national television and said he kicked him out not to be second. Now, a South Side person wanting to go for second term, you were proud, you kicked him out. Now South Side will be happy he used to be vice president. I mean, you see, you think that people have forgotten. You came. You are back. Now, look at Tinubu. If for nothing in Rivers, that we can today no longer by sea, by road to go to Bonny. It's not about you come, you touch hand here, you come, you touch hand. He came and said, look, this road has become so political road. The people of Rivers, if there's one thing I will do, you will not go by sea again to Bonny. Today, everybody now drives to Bonny. Go and see. He has not only ended, he has now extended it again. Never in the history of Rivers State, since 1999, of those who claim to be very close to president, have we had the kind of appointment we have had in Rivers State? Never. Some people were close to Obasanjo. Some people were close to Jonathan. Some people were close to Buhari. Let them come and tell Rivers people, what did we get? So,
Rainbow Coalition.
oh, Rainbow is too. I'm coming there. Yes.
Let me just, sorry.
Chris.
With the Rainbow, excuse me, with the Rainbow Coalition, what kind of advantage are you going to?
I'm concerned I don't lose. I don't know whether you are supporting them. So let me finish this. Now, the point I'm making is, I see, this is the time of Operation Show Your Report card. Rivers people. See, when I was Minister of Transport, I was close to late Buhari. I was able to use my influence, my friendship with him, to do this for Rivers people. You must tell us. Me, I can say Rivers people, my support for Tinubu, for the first time, we never thought we would be Minister of FCT. We are.
Is it that personal?
No, it's not. I'm from Rivers.
Okay.
It's an achievement. Yes, whether you don't like it or not. Two. Having supported Tinubu, look at the number of appointments. How many DGs and EDs? Let me tell you. We have DG of NOSNA. We have DG of one environmental something. We have DG of community, we have chairman of the South Side Development Commission. We have the executive director of project. We have ED finance administrator for NDDC. Name them. Chairman of government can name them. Name them. And then you now come. You want to be VP. What will VP give to us now? You see, you must have to. When you were governor, what happened to the Caribbean White Hospital? What happened to the monorail? So many fundamental questions you ask. So don't tell me because it's rivers. What does that mean? Somebody must come from somewhere, but it must be asset to your people. You now talk about the PDP. Was I not in PDP 2023 when I said I would support Tinubu? Did I hide it? You see, that's why people like us, if you praise us, we don't play to the corner. We don't say this is black in the night. In the daytime, it becomes.
Talk about not playing to the corner.
No, that's the point I'm making. No, I said so. Now, the PDP had a crisis. I have always said, PDP cannot win presidential election now. All we are doing is to win some sub-national seats, to organize the party against 2031. We must be very, very clear to people. So I don't like people who think that you just election you must win. No.
So how fair is it that you're clearly saying that if you are a candidate of the PDP, you should be content with not winning this time
No, that's
around.
not what I'm saying. See, it's not,
because that's the interpretation that comes.
It's not interpretation. You should tell yourself the simple truth. Can I tell you something? Don't be one of those who will not prepare for exam. You enter exam hall. You say, God, I'm your daughter. God, I'm your son. When you do not read, then you expect as you enter exam. That's when you say, Almighty God, you are the one who brought me here. Father, remove shame from me. And then the answers will start coming. You don't do that. You must have to prepare yourself. Being a president is not to come out today, I want to run to be a president. No. Do you know what you talk about Nigeria, 774 local governments? Do you know what I'm talking about?
PDP has been in existence.
Why not? That's what I have said before. I said so. I said, look, you were able to you didn't put yourself together. We have crisis. And you cannot wake up within 6 months to be president of the country.
All right, let me quickly ask you this question before we get sidetracked again.
Yes.
We can't have this conversation without talking about what's happening in Rivers State and your chat the other day on Saturday and your comment about Fubara and him being his own architect of his own problems. You know, and even though your message it seemed was to say bygones, let's let bygones. The interpretation there seems very different. A lot of persons are saying this is just a confirmation that you are in charge of things happening in Rivers State. Would you like to clarify what you meant?
We don't like the truth. Tell yourself. I didn't say I'm happy. All I said, he wouldn't have been in that position if he did not, walk away from the group.
But you called him the biggest loser.
What did I say? He wouldn't have been. If you complete this ring road, nobody will stop.
That's the second time endorsement.
How do you endorse somebody more than that?
So you wanted him to do a second term?
Naturally, you have to build a system. It's from our political structure. What I don't like people talking every time they say, Godfather, who talks about Godfather? There's nowhere in this world, whether in Republican, whether in the Democratic Party, you have groups. Trump had his own group to make sure they took over the Republican Party. Every group will have its own leader. That does not make you a godfather. Every group will have its own leader to say that, look, we are pursuing this to take over the mantle of leadership. And when that happens, and you succeed, and then you say, look, don't delay. I came as governor. I had crisis. When I came as governor, there was nothing. There was not even pillowcase in government house. But when I was living as governor, in fact, when I came, I had to borrow a vehicle from the former governor of Ondo, Mimiko. This parade vehicle. Nobody kept feeling well. I didn't have one vehicle. But before I left as governor, I packed up from government house 1.5 years. I didn't offer the government house. I bought vehicles both for the governor, both for the deputy governor, both for the wife of the governor. I'm coming. And somebody comes, and that's why you have to be careful. Those who didn't want you to be governor now became your friends. Obviously, they will destroy you, thinking that coming closer to you is to fight us. And at the end of the fight, I have not lost anything. What have I lost? Not that point I'm making. What have I lost? No. But you have lost. Because your intention was to go for second term. Is it not correct? And you are not going. If those of us who love him, that's why we feel so bad.
So you love him?
If I don't love him, why would I put him? Why would I support him? That's the point I'm making. So that's why I said, look, of all these things now, who have lost? Ordinarily, you wouldn't have put yourself in this position. And let me tell you, there was a time we all thought, we all agreed. So look, can we allow bygone to be
Bygones.
But something fundamental came up in politics. We all met. They said, look, if we allow this now, there are those who are here who want to see that we are no longer politically relevant. What do we do? Two, there are external forces who want to hijack River State. Should not allow them to hijack River State. There are those who see River State as a cash cow. I can tell you so many things happened. There are people, even some senior advocates of Nigeria, who you will never believe in this world, can play that kind of role, who are virtually living with us in government. Virtually living with us in government. When this thing happened, they were so bitter. This is a young man would never believe this boy is a betrayer. Do you know what happened? Overnight, some assaulted. Started giving the governor wrong advice. Don't worry, the law says this. The law didn't say this. They were sending them aircraft. Then they would relax in the jet. Put their level in. So to them, they've achieved. So former continually being there, they begin to exert that kind of influence. We say no, this cash cow must end now. You won't have it again. Take as much as you can, but you have to stop next year. Ordinarily, we have sat down and we have said, look.
Are you going to help him rebuild his political future? Because now he's not coming for his second term.
No. You see,
and you say
let me tell you. Look, you see, I'm a realistic person. I'm a human being. I worked hard. Look, when I say I worked hard, at the time people were saying, are you sure he's well? See the way he's looking. I worked hard. There was a time that EFCC came at the airport to arrest him. There was nothing that was not done to see that he never ran for that governorship election. We did everything humanly possible to say, no, we will not allow this. And so these people came back to say, listen, sir, yes, we are seeing the dominion, yes, it's like you have made up your mind to let him go back, since the president back. But sir, do you consider the political future of these young men? Do you consider? And you see, that's why I say you have to be realistic. And I have to go back. And I thought over it. I said, look, you see, be careful. Because those vampires are still there. The moment you make this mistake again and allow it, all those of you that have this structure is gone. The vampire will not eat you well. And who digs his grave? As you are now, are you want to dig a grave? You can't dig a grave.
But don't you think he's remorseful now? Because the last statement he made was even warning people around him not to set him up against you.
Can I tell you what we have done? He made that statement, even though he didn't speak to me, but no problem. We have started up a committee led by Senator Magnus Sabi to go and see the governor. It's okay. How do we integrate everything? Not only him. Okay. There are those two who
dissenting voices, yes.
So if we don't mean it, we won't do that. Okay. Look at the powerful committee.
So you are going to find space for him within the rainbow.
This question is unnecessary. I said here, led by Senator Magnus Abe.
Who are you picking as?
A committee.
Yes.
To go and I got a text from Senator Magnus this morning that I have met the governor.
Okay.
And governor has given them date within the week, so time to come. So for us,
it's progress.
It is progress when we are making for the interest of the state. Now you talk about the Rainbow Coalition. Let me tell you something. Before now, you were hearing rivers of blood. I'm sure you were happy.
No.
If you are not happy, you are supporting the Rainbow Coalition. Before now, you will be seeing now this election coming. PDP, APC will be fighting. Those are the two major political parties. Don't forget any other one now. Forget. Anybody can say anything you want to say, but when the time reaches.
Who is the coalition picking as its candidates?
You don't worry, you will see what was saying that. Now, people, let me tell you, people wanted to. There are some extra formulas from governors. You see, in politics, you must keep your ear to the ground. In politics, you must also be smart. What happened? If we had concentrated only in PDP, we would be having a battle with the APC. And the APC is the ruling party at the national level. Also the ruling party at the state level. So what would you do? Let's be part of it. Let's be part of it. Now, what we have is a situation where Labour Party, PDP, APC, AA, all together. We have governorship candidates of all this. We have state assemblies and national assembly of all this. And we tell ourselves the simple truth. Candidate B appears to have, that look appears to be brighter, more presentable. So we will choose candidate B. in social party. This is when you now know politicians who are on the ground. It is not an easy thing to do. In National Assembly, APC can win all. PDP can win all. But everybody still has been together. If APC wins in this side, PDP wins in this side, we are all together. For the interest of our state. He wins. He's not to be seen as APC, not to be seen as PDP. He's to be seen as a member of the coalition.
But he didn't come from his party, though. He will still be a member of his party.
Yes, it doesn't matter, but we are working for the interest of someone who have that kind of violence any longer. Everybody is now integrated. All we have all agreed for one thing is that we are going to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. That is taken. But we will take care, we will take it so that it becomes all inclusive. All inclusive. And it is working like wildfire. People now know that, look, you see, everything is about leadership. Everything is about leadership. So when I hear people, or when I watch people talk on, I watch, you say you are right. I was watching
News Central.
No,
Yeah, it was with my colleague that you watched, right?
I don't know. That's one boy said I didn't collabo coalition. You see, what you don't know in politics. I've been in this politics since 1999. I've never gone out. So nobody can teach me or tell me what we have to go, how to navigate it. What's important is the relevance of your people. It's not about what you in Arise is talking. What I'm interested, the interest of my people.
I just want to follow up with your thoughts, because you're sounding like this strategizing after the tenure of this current APC, if they win the election in 2027, when they are done, then the PDP will come back and arise again. Will the APC allow that happen?
That is not me. I'm not APC. What I'm trying to say, I'm not APC. That's why you don't run.
I just have one.
The point I'm making is that for me, the relevance for me today is my people, is River State. If River State is relevant, I'm happy. Relevant, not relevant that you are calling in the River State. Relevant in terms of projects are coming. Relevant in terms that people are part of the government. That's my own interest. That's not, look, I was chairman in 1999. I was chairman again in 2004 when there was a break of this Mbaeko panel, whether local government should be or not. Relating that, I became the deputy national president of Algon. I became the president of Algon. Right? So I've been in the system. I represent Africa in the Commonwealth of local government. I became chief of staff. I went to become Minister of State, the first part. Peter the compare governor there who wanted to oppose the governor. Came back, fought the APC government in 2019. Do you know what's called a federal might? Some people talk about federal might, they don't talk. They've not